Hi everybody, Scott here. In this video I'm going to talk about NE and NI. Now I see NE is it's kind of like this force that comes out of a person, and it's like a scattergun goes out, and it just this focus outward to the world, to the universe, that ties in all of these, makes all of these connections. And whereas I see NI is a force that goes in and spreads out and makes all of these connections. And so it's like NE is able to map the outer world for the most part, and it's like a great problem solver, and can sort of help. Kind of see it it can be a way, the way that NE kind of speaks into the worlds of other people is its ability to make connections that other people may not have made connections about. So if like an ENTP is talking to somebody, that NE is able to kind of help complete maps for people that they might be working on in their own lives, and that could take on any form, whether it's personal or career or lifestyle or anything. It's like it's able to just quite naturally deliver information that sort of fits things together. An example of that is my wife and I were recently in New Zealand, and we're staying at a park, and we walked in to pay for the room and everything, and this guy just looks at us, and I'm pretty sure it was an ENTP, and he just said, "So when are you moving here?" And my wife and I have been talking about moving there at some point in our lives. I'm originally from there, and so there is a desire one day to go there. But he started, just without knowing anything about us, started just saying, like helping us to understand where we could move. And my wife and I interested in permaculture, which is just a way of designing landscape that helps to yield, takes care of soil and looks after the planet, but looks after can yield good crops and things like that. It's a whole other story which I won't go into. But so he was telling us where the best land is and all of this, and it was just like we spoke to him for like 10 minutes, but we were powerfully affected by the way in which he engaged us and just fed into us all of this information that we were interested in, that he really, on the outside of things, didn't know. It was quite amazing. And I think ENTPs and ENFPs have this ability to do this. And so the information that he gained, like, there's this area and they've got this soil and water regulations and access to the university, all of these things that he was just sort of pouring into us, just sort of helped sort of map out this possibilities for our future sometime down the track. And that information at some point could actually, that 10-minute encounter with him could impact the way that we move our lives forward at some point. That some of that information might guide us towards some decisions that we may not have made if we hadn't had this brief encounter with this ENTP. Whereas NI does a similar thing, but internally. So NI has the ability to like look inside a person and kind of that scattergun goes out and kind of just starts to map out the inner world of a person and recognize patterns and all the all the things that I've spoken about in other videos, but body language, tones of voice, themes of their lives, and just this sort of this undercurrent of information that a person carries, that the things that they say up here kind of point to. And so the NI is able to sort of grab onto the content of a person, like the content and what is being presented, but then is able to recognize this more powerful undercurrent that's taking place inside the person, and is able to kind of bring both together to maybe privately understand the person in a way that the other is not aware of, but also is able to then speak into the other person. So NE kind of maps the outer world and can help people, whereas NI maps the inner world to help people. And I think that's why they say that an INFJ and an ENTP could be a powerful combination, whether in a relationship or even a working relationship, where you've got this kind of the NE master of the outer world and the NI master of the inner world can sort of bring a balance to a relationship or to a vision or a business or something like that. A business that requires essentially both of those things. So anyway, they're just some thoughts that I have on NE and NI, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Feel free to share the video if you feel it might be helpful to other people, and I'll see you again in another video.